Welcome back to another video. So let's start with Mercedes team boss Toto Wolff, who's spoken about Kimi Antonelli's crash in Monza. Now Kimi was stepping into George Russell's car for FP1 and it was the first time he's done this. So for sure he would have experienced new things in the car, such as what it's like to drive in the dirty air of another car, but Antonelli only got 10 minutes behind the wheel, with him crashing out after losing the rear end. And speaking about it, Wolff said, "These moments, they will happen and they will continue to happen next year. But there will also be a lot of highlights. I think what we've seen today was we rather have a problem with slowing him down rather than making him faster, because from what we've seen from 1.5 laps is astonishing." Now I will say he did look very fast in some corners, especially through Ascari, like it was full commitment despite having no experience in this scenario. But looking at the field in general, I'd say it's difficult to predict who's fastest. I mean, this track is all about who's got the best straight line speed really. And it does look close between McLaren, Mercedes and Ferrari. Now we didn't get to see Max Verstappen do a run on a soft tyre in FP2, which is why he was way down the order. But some of his race pace times looked good. However, the car didn't look comfortable around the track. We saw multiple times him going off onto the grass or going wide at a corner. And this doesn't surprise me in a way. I mean, it just seems that there have been issues with that car responding to the way the drivers want. And when you take away most of the downfalls for straight line speed in the setup, in my opinion, that's not going to help. And Max has admitted that while he hopes Red Bull will be in the mix for pole, there's a bit more work to do so the team are more competitive. Now Max also took some new elements for his car going into this weekend. This includes a new gearbox case and cassette, and a new gearbox driveline, gear change components and other auxiliary parts. Now drivers are allowed 5 examples of the casing and cassette and the driveline, but these moves mean that Max is now on his 4th casing and cassette and 5th driveline, meaning he could face a grid penalty if a 6th example is needed. So let's see. In my view, if he did need to take another penalty, the best place to do it is Monza, given the long straights make it easier for overtaking. At the same time, I think it's something you want to avoid this year, I think. Like we're not in 22 or 23.